Meet Betty. She's a 1963 Bedford Khmer bus. Used to be a school bus, I believe, and then she took people up to Bulla. The snow chains are still in the storage. I plan to convert her into a luxurious, cozy Airbnb. It will have a king bed, it will have a kitchen, a day bed, maybe a potbelly stove, floorboards, wall panelling, and decking with a chimney, all sorts of good things. But I do tend to change my direction every couple of days. When I have an idea, then I think about it a little bit more. So we'll just see how she turns out. Now, there's a lot of tools that I have never used before. I've never used a miter saw or even a jigsaw. And I'm not going to magically know how to do everything. I've never converted a bus before, but there's so much information. Just Google it, YouTube videos by experienced tradespeople. So there's nothing that I can't work out how to do it. There's so much information out there. I can't think of anything I won't be able to do, but of course I'll pay for a plumber and electrician to do the things that I can't. But aside from that, I reckon that I can pretty much do it all. And here's a little Betty Bedford history. Brought back to life by Lexi, the past owner. She did such an amazing job on the outside, rust removal, painting. I'm so glad it was her and not me. And here's Lexi and Vince delivering Betty to me. As you can see, the inside needs a lot of work. Rust treatment, I'll have to bog up a lot of holes, painting, panelling, insulation, the whole lot. Mostly everything works. Look at this. Remember, if you were of that vintage of a school bus, the driver used to go like this and the hand would come out. Can you see the hand? So that still works. And also when the engine's on, the doors still work as well, open and close. Oh, here we go. There's the lever there. And also, I don't know if you can see this, but if I pull that light on, the lights work. So she's in pretty good nick. She drives, and she probably won't drive once I leave her where she's going to stay, which is at the overlooking the dam. But she can if I wanted to. So see behind me, I have actually removed the passenger seat, but I'm probably going to keep the driver's seat because I've got to drive it to the spot it's going to live the rest of her life out. But I actually wanted to put a day bed or like a reading nook in here, so that's why I removed the seat, because it was just in the way. I do want to try and keep all the little things that make it a Bedford bus. I thought my next video would be rust treatment inside, but then I had a look around and realised there was a lot of prep work to do before I could treat the rust. Such a cold morning, but I was excited to start, so I didn't care. I just wanted to plan the space out. So I've decided to take the little air conditioning units out to patch up the floor, and to just pull all the weird bus type things out that are not going to be needed because the bus is going to be driven. And my brother suggested that I might be able to take the wheel arches out if there's enough height above the actual wheel, so then inside it would be flat and I'd have more space. And I did try this, and I worked very hard at trying to remove the wheel arch. And what I discovered is buses have some pretty weird screws, so it's just a matter of just trying to work out what works and trying to. At this stage I decided it would be easier to pop it up than have a big hole to cover up. And now to tackle the aircon units. Finally. And now to patch up the holes. I had mixed feelings about removing the seats, but in the end I decided to remove the passenger seat to allow for a more comfortable sitting area. I didn't want anybody else to miss out on the fun, so I gave Dan the job of getting rid of the other bus bit that opens and closes the door, which would no longer be needed. Well, it's another cold morning and looking as glamorous as always. The roofs are out, as you can see behind me, but the mornings are just so beautiful here. So I've done the prep work in the van and now it's time to treat the rust. Originally I filmed all this just for family, so it's all in Facebook format. I had no idea I was going to start a YouTube channel, so excuse the really bad editing. I started off with a wire brush, but then I thought there's got to be a better way. So I purchased an angle grinder, but then I thought, oh, I better wear some safety gear. And I was so sure I had something in the shed, some safety glasses, but nope, it was the earmuffs I was thinking of. But then I had another idea. Very much a rookie here. I had no idea what I was doing, and I don't know why it kept cutting out. I decided to give up on the angle grinder. So rust removal is not a fun job, but once it's complete, you feel very, very satisfied. Being so cold, it took a while to dry. Yep, it was start of winter in the Grampians, Victoria. Very, very cold. And this is about the time where I learned that you should always have separate work clothes to your good clothes because they get absolutely ruined. Finished off with expandable foam, silicone and paint. During these early winter months, it wasn't all about the bus. Apparently having very large trees right near your house wasn't a good idea. I never liked to remove trees, but it had to be done. But I guess on the positive side, I have lots of firewood now. And mulch. It just looks so bare now. A few DIY projects around the property. First time I'd ever laid bricks. I had the bathroom I bought on Marketplace plumbed up for family and Airbnb guests. I sorted out my shed and labelled everything. I found some weird tools on the property. Is that a hammer with a bottle opener? This was my first whole winter on the property and I had some very frosty mornings and such beautiful sunsets. It didn't matter what season it was, everywhere I looked there were kangaroos and I was pretty happy about that.
This is just out of my front door in my garden. There's probably, I'd say, about 15 kangaroos. I tend to water my front garden, so I think that's what attracts them. It's the green grass. Jaffa's not really sure what to make of them. Mouth and Jaffa enjoying the fire, leaving nowhere for me to sit. Next episode, I'll share with you how in between rust removal, sealing and painting, I found a king-size bed on Marketplace, adapted it, had some beautiful timber flattened for shelving, and how I built my very first frame.